Yo, what up guys, Travic here, and today I want to talk about alternate leveling methods. If you've watched me in the past, then you know that I am not the biggest fan of Hollow Palm, and I like finding other cool, interesting ways to level. Well, with 3.26, we were told that Power Siphon Mines was completely nerfed, it wasn't very good, and I personally didn't league start it when I really wanted to. Now we're a little bit into the league, a couple of extra, leveling gears more available, and I wanted to level a new character to go do some Sanctum, and I decided to try Power Siphon Mines leveling that I've done in the past and see just exactly how it feels. So I leveled a Templar on stream, and this is how it went. So if you're looking for an alternate way to level, let's talk about it and see what happens. First and foremost, my Templar was super fun to play. There were not really any issues at all. It went really smooth. The only place that I had an issue with was the bathhouse because those porcupines kind of suck. I died a grand total of 14 times because porcupines are the worst things in the world, and it took me a grand total of 3 hours and 9 minutes. Now, when I leveled this character, I have all of the passive points, and I purposely did not do the lab because I felt like recording this video and showcasing to you guys the power of Power Siphon Mines without doing labs too was really relevant. This character in itself is nothing very special. You can see the pathing on the tree is completely and utterly bonkers, but let's talk about what's going on and how it works. First and foremost, we leveled Power Siphon Mines. So if you've never leveled Power Siphon Mines, it's a really interesting, cool skill as it just kind of fires power siphons from your mines. So coming into Blood Aqueduct and throwing the mines, I'll showcase to you guys what it looks like. It just pretty much just does that and blows up literally everything. It auto targets, it culling strikes, it pretty much just one taps everything, and you just have no issues at all. Even if we go to like a little bit of a higher level, so we're at 61 now, we'll go to a higher zone in the campaign just so you guys can see. We'll go over to the Desecrated Chambers and we'll just take a look at how it plays and what it does. You can also see I have 9 unspent skill points right now too. So Power Siphon Mines, you throw your mines, they trigger, they target all of the enemies, and they just blow them right up. It is an absolutely fantastic, awesome skill. The problem with Power Siphon Mines, and something that you need to get used to, is if you're too close to the mines, they will not proc. So if you have a bunch of enemies and you're standing on top of the mines, they don't really proc. You have to move away from them for them to proc. So getting used to the playstyle of Power Siphon Mines is a little bit interesting, as you need to throw the mines in front of you or throw the mines behind you for them to proc. That's just a side effect of Locust Mine, and you can see it just kind of blasts through everything in the campaign zones relatively easily. Let's go back to town really quick and we'll talk about what the gear is and how to do this. Now, Power Siphon Mines is very straightforward. It is something that you can do on every single ascendancy in every single class. It'll obviously go a whole lot better on Ranger and Deadeye because you're on that side of the tree, but any class that you play can pretty much do it. The big takeaway with playing Power Siphon Mines, as you see as I'm playing a Templar and Marauder would be in the same starting area, you would just come this way, is you want to path as fast as possible over to the piercing shot nodes. You can even skip this and anoint it, but I didn't feel like spending a silver oil to anoint it. And you just path right on over to pierce. Once you're able to pierce with any character that you're playing it on, you grab an extra power charge, you grab some mine nodes, some more mine nodes, some wand nodes, and some more power charge nodes, and your character is just done. That's it. You're super simple, super easy, and you're done. Now, this POB will be included for you guys down below, and just to make things a little bit easier for you, I've actually included the skill setup for levels 1 through 12, 12 through 24, and this POB here that you'll be able to see. Now, in terms of how things go with this character, this is the gear that we put on. We have a very basic gold rim. You can see our resistances are still positive. We have gold rim. Gold rim's a couple of chaos. I just happen to have a yellow one. This has summoned Skitterbots in it and Sniper's Mark. I was supposed to put Mark on Hit. I completely forgot. I would have doubled my damage if I would have had Mark on Hit, but I completely forgot to put it in. And that's something that is in the POB that you guys should do. As far as a weapon goes, I grabbed a Storm Prison Wand. These weapons by themselves as a regular Storm Prison Wand isn't very expensive at all. You know, they're relatively on the cheaper side of things. If you find a corrupt one like I have, you can get a corrupt one with lightning damage and fire damage. This thing cost me 1 divine orb. You can get even cheaper ones. You just get anyone that has extra damage on it, but make sure when you buy it and you get it and it's corrupted that you double, triple, quadruple check that the item level is level 24. I did originally buy one for a divine, and it was like corrupted with like giga juice or lightning damage, but it was eye level requirement 67 or something like that. So make sure when you buy the wand, it's corrupted for eye level 24, and you'll be good to go. Now, inside of our wand, we have steel skin to help us with bleeds, automation to trigger our detonate mines and our steel skin, and then that's pretty much just it, and everything becomes relatively automated. Our rings, we're going to be using 2 replica Tessalio signs. This adds a whole lot of cold damage to our attacks. We're immune to chill. Your cold damage can't freeze, which is whatever, but you get a bajillion% extra cold damage to all of the enemies, and it just gives you a quadrillions of damage. You see our power siphon only says 6,184, but you were able to just completely blast through the campaign without problems. So you're just gonna have 2 of these. Our body armor, we are using 1,000 ribbons. 1,000 ribbons is just really good. You could put it on from level 1 as long as you have the int requirements, and you're able to just get a whole bunch of extra damage to attacks, which is really nice, a whole bunch of extra resistances, and if you want to splurge a little bit, you can get it corrupted with 49% or 50% or 40% extra damage. I paid like, there was one of these that were on trade earlier. It paid less than a divine for mine, and it ended up being super duper duper cheap. If I come here and I look, there's one for a divine and a half, 2, 3. Depends on how much you want to spend on if you want the extra 49 or 40% damage or not. You don't need it. The armor is just way better than Tabula, especially for what we're trying to do. Our amulet, just Astramentus. Astramentus in itself, 30 chaos, not too expensive. I didn't even anoint my Astramentus. You could put on the anoint like I had mentioned. We're using Lycoside because nobody's playing a Lycoside build. These are relatively cheap. Thank you for not playing a bajillions of Lycoside builds this league and letting this leveling shield be super duper duper cheap. Our shield has faster attacks, shield charge, and Frostblink. Now, I had mentioned the 1,000 ribbons. I'm going to go back to it really quick. If you don't know how to link your 1,000 ribbons and you get it corrupted and you don't know what you're doing, I will actually I will unlink mine and showcase to you guys how to do this. So when you get your body armor, what you can do is you can use Tainted Jeweler's Orbs and Tainted Fusing Orbs to link it. So you come over to your crafting bench here, you go like this, you type the word 4, you put 4 sockets in it, and then you use Tainted Jewelers. If it goes back to 3, you click it for 4, then you go 5, and then 4, and then 5, and then 6, and then you go 4 link here, click 4 link. If it goes 4 link, you go back to 3, you go back to 4, and then you click again, and it goes back. And then you go 5, and then it goes 4, and then it goes 5, and then it goes 4, and then it goes 3, and then you click it back, and then it goes 3 again, and then you click it back, and this is how you go 3 again, and it clicks it back, and this is really unlucky, and then it goes 5, and then it goes 6, and then you feel really, really, really good about yourself because you just linked it, and you didn't spend 4,672 extra percentage of currencies to try to get it. Now, if you need to link it, you could just do like 1 green, 1 red, eventually it'll go. You know, it's just see like 1 green, there you go. You just put your stuff back in, boom, 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 easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Not a problem at all. Now, in terms of our body armor, because we're 6 linking our body armor, we're doing Locust Mine support, Power Siphon Mine, elemental damage with attacks, added lightning damage, charge mine support, and volatility support. Now, before somebody says, holy crap, you spent a whole lot to link that armor there, buddy. It's 33 Tainted Fusings to a Divine, or 28 at the current moment, and it is 254 Tainted Jewelers to a Divine. So at this stage in the league, it was less than a Divine to link. So you're looking at 1 Divine for the weapon, 2 Divines, so it's 3 Divines here, 1 C, I think these are like 5C, 10C, depending on the roll that you get. So 20, 40C, 45C, 75C, 3 Divines, 75C, 3 Divines, 80C, 7 League Steps. These are 30C. So 3 Divines, 100C, Prism Weave, which was like free. So yeah, dude, you're looking at like 3.5 divs and you have all the leveling gear that you need. Now, boots, 7 League Steps. I just corrupted the pair that I had. I hit max life. You don't need max life. It doesn't matter. 7 League Steps for movement speed. Prism Weave Stash, because it is a bajillions of damage to attacks and a little bit of resistances. And Dodri's Tenor for more spell damage to give us a bunch of spell damage, because Power Siphon Mines also benefits from increases and reductions in spell damage, also apply to attack damage for the skill at 100% of their value. I was like, I know these gloves work. I do this all the time. And then we have Wrath for extra damage, and then Blood Rage to give us an extra attack speed. But that's really it. The gear in itself, super straightforward, super simple, super easy. And like I mentioned, I have 10 passive points. I haven't even put these points in yet. As long as you path straight to piercing shots, you are really, really, really good to go. The only thing that I gotta mention again is Locust Mines is the thing that stops the skill from attacking when you're standing on it. So you just gotta keep that in mind that you have to throw the mine away from you. I know a lot of people like Hollow Palm. I really like having access to shield charge. I prefer leveling in different ways, but Hollow Palm's still really, really, really good. But overall, I did this whole thing without Mage Blood, no Headhunter, no nothing. My resistances were positive, and like I said, I've been yapping for 9 minutes, so I did the whole campaign in 3 hours and 9 minutes, and it was really straightforward. If you have questions about the leveling strat or how to do it, please leave them down below. I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you have about it. But the build in itself is really, really, really straightforward, and it can be done on any class at all. I've done this exact same leveling tree on other characters in other leagues. I actually did it in Fresia League, where you could see that I went a little bit deeper into it, and I was like planning on playing this to go a little bit further, where I had the same kind of gear in Fresia League, and I did the whole power siphon swap, the poison concoction. Like, it doesn't really matter. The takeaway, the moral of the story is it doesn't matter what class you play it on. Spend 3 divs in leveling gear, and then by level 24, you never have to worry about anything ever again. You one-tap the entire campaign, and this brings me well into maps without really too much of an issue at all. And you can just kind of go do what you're going to do. So that's really that. Now I'll use this, I'll level till about 71, 72. I'll kind of mess around, and then I'll put all my other gear on as I'm going into Sanctum. But like I said, leveling like this was an absolute breeze. It is one of my favorite ways to level. And if you have any questions at all, feel free to ask. Don't hesitate at all. But for now, friends, I just wanted to share a cool leveling thing that I was doing, showcase to you guys something a little bit different, maybe something you wanted to explore in the future, and say that Power Siphon, even though we were told it's nerfed, I mean, it's still kicking some ass, man. But for now, friends, I'm going to do this video to you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.